Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video, and welcome to the Le Mans 24 hours, where in this video you're going to see something which is really special, a car which lots of people have been hotly anticipating. So we're going to see that, and we're also going to see so much more. It's a pleasure to be here. Today I'm here with Goodyear. They've kindly invited me out here. We're going to get to see the very cool car, which is the Garage 56 Nascar, which Jenson and other famous drivers such as Jenson, etc. are racing this weekend. Now, we're going to get a chance to get up close, up personal, walk around the car, talk about the tyres that are on it. That car is actually in fact lapping faster than the GTE cars, which is a GT2 car. So I can't wait just to get up close and personal with that incredible car. But what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a tour of some of the cars which are here, and then we're going to head over to the garage and we're going to get a chance to see that. So let's get started. We have a very cool lineup which are here. I'm going to quickly walk you around these because yeah, there's lots here. We even have the Garage 56 front and rear wet tyre. So as you can see, very cool indeed. That car is just insane. Then we have a front and rear Inter. Now they have partnered with Goodyear for this race, so tyres and stuff, we're going to find out all about it. So we've got an Inter, and then we have a Garage 56 rear slick. So if it's damp, they're going to be in a very good position. Now what we have here is an LMP2 car, because the Goodyear are the exclusive tyre supplier for the LMP2 class, which is a one make class. Everyone's on in the same car, you just engineer it differently. In fact, drove one of these cars in 2013. That was my first Le Mans 24 hours, and we did it in one of these, in an LMP2 car. We didn't actually finish because my teammate decided to crash it in the night. The all new GT3 RS, which the first time I have seen one of these cars up close and personal. Very cool, very cool indeed. And this is on the Super Sport R tyres, which have insane grip. You'll be on a racetrack and you'll be like, we're flying around, absolutely flying around. But look at all the carbon fibre that you have and everything else. It is truly insane. I would love one. I'm never going to get on the list for one, let's be honest. And yeah, but I would love one. Look at all the fins and stuff like that. It's insane. The rear wing, but stealth is the one. Stealth for me is the one on that for sure. It's just perfection, absolute perfection. Now the carbon. This is actually a Visac one as well. This is a GT3R, similar to what I race, but my one's just doesn't have as much aero and things like that. So very cool to see that. And what we also have here is the 296 Ferrari GT3 car, which is 600 brake horsepower, it's 1200 kilos, and it is a turbocharged V8. Very cool. And some good news and exciting news is that Goodyear are the official tyre supplier for the all new LM GT3 category, which comes out next year. So like I mentioned, the all new LM GT3 category, this is coming out next year. Now GTE, which is the current GT2 class, is going. They've moved it to GT3, yeah, it's going to be super exciting. There's going to be loads of numbers, etc. I actually want to make my racing return at Le Mans. I've made no secret of this. I do want to make it, and that's the category which I'm aiming to be in, is the LM GT3 class, because you have a gold, silver and a bronze driver, and we'll see what rated I am at the end of this season, but that's what we're aiming to do. And I think it would be very cool if I could be back racing here at Le Mans. A very exciting time for GT racing, and it's something which I would love to be part of. So that is all to come, and hopefully we can get that sorted. I'm working at flat out to try and make it happen, because this is the place which my grandfather won Le Mans. I raced here 60 years after my grandfather won Le Mans. I want to be back here, it's my passion. I've done it a few times, the 24-hour race, and I want to be back here and documenting it for you guys as well. So that's my aim. We're on a mission. Hopefully we can get it sorted for next year, and yeah, very exciting all round. Check out what we have in here, all the tyres, because this is where, look at this. This is insane, what an operation. Really cool. So the LMP2 teams come down here, they collect their tyres, and there's lots going on, which is very cool to see. I don't want to get in the way, but I do like seeing how tyres are made, and this is where we can see where everything's going on. As you can see, I think they're collecting some Nascar tyres here, some slicks for the race, which is awesome. But as you can see, look, they're and making the tyres as you go. I think these are used tyres which are going back on the conveyor belt, but look how quickly they're making tyres over there. It's insane. Like in the 24-hour race, the amount of tyres that you go through is bonkers, like absolutely bonkers. So yeah, that is really, really cool to see. And they're gonna put one on the rim over there. Look at that. On it goes. So that's insane and very cool to be up close seeing them do it. Look at this. I just love it. They are literally going to make so many tyres over the 24-hour race. It is beyond bonkers.
Welcome to the Garage 56 area. First thing that we encounter are actually the intermediate tires. So we have 3 different styles of tires that were able to be designed and developed for the vehicle. We have an intermediate package, and then we have a full wet. Looks like water in the forecast today and tomorrow, so we made sure that we had a proper testing. There were 7,500 miles that were tested for Goodyear just for this vehicle. As we work into this area, we have what is all the slicks. So we have fronts and rears that are going to be on the car. Dishwasher, which is new for us guys in the States, but we can actually then put the tire inside and clean the wheels and make sure that everything is returned back to the mounting area at the top of the hill and looking good. Yep. Drinks and snacks for the boys. Command central, if you will. All the communication to and from and making sure that everything's working on the car. How about if we scoot around? So one of the big differences on the Cup car, tail lights, headlights, so you can see how that looks on the car itself. And then the back is a little more hippie, just a little bit wider than a normal Cup car. But then the aerodynamic bits that were added. Once we got into the rules and regulations of the race, it allows that box to open up. The other piece that really is, we run a lot of ovals. Turn left, turn left, turn left in the States. But when you're able then, knowing that you're going to go both ways, then you can build the car square and take care of that. Redesign in the cockpit. Obviously, you got to make sure that those lights are working. Redesign of the brakes because the rules and regulations allow that. Is that the motor's there, and it's got a lot of horsepower. An American V8. Everything's looking really good, but you can see the headlights that are available now for us. And then the aerodynamic platform in the front is just a little bit different than the standard that we would run in the States. Tires themselves, the wheels are a little bit wider because the packaging under the car is different for the rules and regulations. We could go a little bit wider with the wheel, which then allowed us to go a little bit wider with the tires. Really a lot of work. So we mentioned the 7,500 miles for Goodyear. That includes all testing in all locations. Circuit of the Americas, Sebring, and then even our proving grounds in Texas. And then in addition to that, there was over 17,000 miles of physical simulation work on the bench between motors and transmissions, and then multiple simulations electronically, whether it was at General Motors headquarters or at our headquarters or at Team Hendrick. So everything was beautiful and a lot of miles to make sure that the car's ready. We are still talking about double stinting, right? So that ends up being 12 to 15 sets. If we back it off and we end up single stinting, then obviously a lot more. The weather will really dictate quite a bit. If we have to switch between intermediates and wets, or if we have to then go between dries. There's no rear wing on the vehicle, so we tried to stay what we could as the rear look for the car, and that was key, to make sure that the blade is there, to make sure that the spoiler is there, but not put a wing on it. So there's a lot of aerodynamics underneath the car, as you would expect. Everything's working, no problems. Bespoke rear, but keeping the styling of the production car. And that was announced. They're going to do 56 production cars, General Motors is, and it's going to be painted and very much looking like the race vehicle.
Oh really? So you're going to actually make production cars with the same livery, etc.?
Yes, and then we'll have fitment for tires from a Goodyear standpoint. Everything will look very similar. They'll be the same blue, and then they'll have even you can look at the hood from back here. You see the silver and the American flag on the hood. So we'll have that also. So General Motors has really done a nice job making sure that then the fans, the consumers, can touch and feel and have it.
How much power is in the car?
A lot.
Yeah.
enough.
Enough, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we've proven that we have pace in the car. We've proven that everything's going to go forward. And yeah.
Do you think it's possible to beat the GT cars in the race?
Yes.
Yeah. The pace is there.
The pace is there, no doubt. So there was a rule that we were going to go to the back of the grid for the start. The time was allowed for qualifying, but we were going to go to the back of the grid and start in the back.
You have to start the back.
Not now. Late last night, the GT field actually said, okay, stop. There's enough pace in the car. Put them ahead of us, but you're not quite an LMP2 car, so there's a gap. So now we're back to where we should be.
Perfect.
Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of effort between Hendrick Motorsports, Chevrolet, Dallara, ourselves, IMSA, Nascar. It's been an unbelievable collaboration of effort.
That was super interesting with the NASCAR 56 car. It's insane. It's insane, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a chat with Ben from Goodyear, and he's going to tell us all about the LM GT3 category, which is coming next year. And then we're going to hear. I want to hear all about it. I want to hear everything which is happening, because this is what I want to do. Ben, how are we?
Good. LMGT3, got to get all the acronyms right. So it's great news for Goodyear, it's great news for endurance racing. So as of 2024, new class within World Endurance Championship, European Le Mans Series, and obviously here at Le Mans, 24-hour race. We'll see a new class of GT cars, such as the Ferrari 296 that you can see here. We'll all be racing on Goodyear tyres as the exclusive tyre supplier. So that's a multi-year agreement. It's going to open up and bring a kind of new era of GT racing within WEC and Le Mans, in that you're going to see a greater variety of these sort of prestigious manufacturers racing. So yes, you're going to have your Ferrari and your Porsches that you see today, but increasingly next year we would expect to see the likes of Ford, Corvette, McLaren, Lamborghini. So
you're bringing everyone together.
Yeah, and it's going to breathe new life, I think, into the GT category overall within the WEC environment. So we're delighted, obviously, with that, and we're now full speed ahead in terms of preparing for that. We got development programs ongoing from a tyre point of view. We got a good baseline tyre that we use today in the European Le Mans Series. The technical challenge of like these sort of categories is that you've got different types of vehicles, whether they're front, mid, rear engines. You've got to develop control tyre, whether it's one or two specs, to really be able to perform and have a good balance of performance across all of those manufacturers. So it's a great technical challenge. It further bolsters Goodyear's presence in sort of European and international motorsport, and it's a great way of promoting the brand and making sure we want to get the messages that we want to around Goodyear.
Right, so that has been day number one here. It's been super cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, giving you a behind the scenes at Le Mans. I love giving you guys just a behind the scenes. It's super cool. Like, the amount we learn in a video like this is insane. Like, all the facts and figures we've gone through is just insane. I've had the best time ever.